Inside-Outside Science and Art. The philosopher Maria Lugones' vision of, quote, the new mestiza consciousness is born from the complex interplay between oppression and resistance. Mestizaje, as she characterizes it, is marked by, quote, the development of tolerance for contradiction and ambiguity. Lugones' terminology is useful, as it gets at the inside-outsideness I live, culturally and professionally. My father has French-American roots, and my mother has a hint of Spanish-Chinese blood, though I am Filipino by birth. But I also inhabit this in-between space professionally as a trained molecular embryologist and philosopher, and visual artist and ballroom dancer. My training in science makes me appreciative of the rigor it takes to attempt to, quote, discipline nature, and to generate elegant generalizations from chaotic masses of data. I still have vivid memories of teeming tissue cultures lost en route to producing the ideal culture medium, refining procedures, smoothing those proverbial bumps in the road. My experiences have taught me that doing science entails as much manual skill as it does rhetorical artistry. That is, to engage in science, I have learned, one must effectively mount a battle at both the laboratory bench and at a scientific conference or in a research paper. Conversely, my training in philosophy predisposes me to being cautious about unexamined assumptions and values that underlie claims to scientific facticity. Furthermore, as a visual artist and dancer, I am well aware, pragmatically and in an embodied way, that the notion of knowledge is complex and problematic. Just as I appreciate how scientists have some pragmatic notion of aesthetics, that is, the study of what is artistic. What I mean by this is that, as philosopher of science Thomas Kuhn pointed out, given a choice between an old paradigm, that is, a worldview in simple terms, and a competing one of the factors that eventually determines which worldview survives is the principle of parsimony, which he called, quote, elegance or simplicity. That is, the simpler and more cohesive an explanation is, and the more easily it can explain a broad variety of phenomena, the more persuasive it will be. In good old-fashioned simple terms, the KISS principle, that is, keep it simple, stupid, is one of the criteria scientists fall back on when comparing competing explanations. This has been adapted from a published essay, quote, through the lens of an insider-outsider, from the essay collection, Feminist Science Studies, A New Generation, edited by Marilee Mayberry, Banu Subramanian, and Lisa Weasel. This is Dr. Picard of the Dr. Caroline K. Picard Show. For more information, go to www.carolinekpicard.com.